Ethan, I need to know. If Teresa were free to love you, would you want her?
Ethan. Come with me.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry, Gwen.
Oh, what a terrible dream. If it was a dream.
Gwen, what are you doing?
Oh, this is so sweet.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you for making a bad dream go away.
No more bad dreams. I won't allow it. What's wrong?
Ethan, whenever my father does something nice and unexpected like this for my mother, it's always because she knows he feels guilty about something.
Guilty?
Yes, it's the only reason you're bringing me breakfast in bed, because you feel guilty about taking Teresa to the ballet last night.
Come on, Gwen, you're being silly.
No, I'm serious, Ethan. Did something happen between you and Teresa last night that you didn't tell me about?
We've already had this discussion.
No, Ethan. We've spoken about Teresa before, but never this particular question.
What, do I feel guilty about taking Teresa to the ballet? No, I don't. Of course not. And why should I? My mother insisted I go because it was a benefit performance for the Crane Charities, and one of us had to be there.
Why take Teresa?
I told you it was my mother's idea since you weren't available. I didn't ask Teresa to go to the ballet. It wasn't like a date or anything. The girl has never even been to a ballet. She's the housekeeper's daughter. It was a thrill for her.
I'm sure it was. And I'm not talking about the ballet.
Sweetheart, please don't be upset. As I said, it's silly for you to be jealous.
Really?
Yes. Teresa means nothing to me, and I mean nothing to her. She's madly in love with some other guy. It's ridiculous for you to think there's anything between me and Teresa. Aren't you gonna eat your breakfast?
No, I've lost my appetite. I'm going to go take a shower.
How was last night?
Fine. Raised over $1 million for Crane Charities. And the ballet was excellent.
I'm not talking about the ballet, Ethan. I'm talking about your date with Pilar's daughter. What's her name?
Teresa, and it wasn't a date.
Well, fine. How'd it go? You sow a few wild oats?
No. We went to the ballet, I went to the party afterward, and then she went home.
Oh, come off it, Ethan. You can tell me.
There's nothing to tell, Father. Teresa and I don't have a sexual relationship. We don't have any kind of relationship.
All right, I can understand if you'd rather not talk about it with your old man. But you're a hot-blooded young man. I mean, I can't believe you haven't noticed the body on that girl. She's incredible looking.
Well, yes, she's very beautiful.
So if you haven't taken her to bed, you have to admit it's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Well?
No, it never crossed my mind to take Teresa to bed.
Well, why not? What's the matter with you?
She's Pilar's daughter, and I would never be unfaithful to Gwen.
Oh, you certainly are your mother's son.
Father, I admit that you and I are very different men. We see the world through different eyes. But one thing I will never do is betray Gwen for another woman.
Thank you, Ethan.
Gwen, I didn't hear you come down the stairs.
Oh, Gwen, I hope you didn't misunderstand what I was saying. Nothing would make me happier than to see you and Ethan marry.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, but it sounded to me as though you were encouraging Ethan to be unfaithful to me.
No, not at all. You're a big girl, Gwen. You understand the way of the world. Until you get Ethan to the altar, he's still a free man. And what harm would it do? A little roll in the hay with a housekeeper's daughter.
Father, that's a terrible thing to say. And how do you know Teresa would even sleep with me?
You're Ethan Crane. She'd be honored.
That's ridiculous. Beside the fact that I have no desire to sleep with her, she's in love with some other guy. She doesn't think of me in that way.
Ethan, sometimes you can be so naive. Showed Teresa a whole new world last night, a world she obviously enjoyed. You would have had to be a complete toad for her not to fall for you. It's human nature. Look, if she didn't know you existed before last night, she certainly knows it now.
It doesn't matter how Teresa thinks. You're the woman I love. You're the only woman for me. I'm sure I'm the last thing on Teresa's mind.
Well, congratulations, Gwen. You've trained your young man quite well. Looks as if you'll never have to worry about him.
Gwen hasn't trained me, Father. It's who I am.
Yes, well, whatever. Far be it from me to try to corrupt the morals of my upstanding, righteous son. Well, look who's here.
Well, I'm gonna go finish putting on my makeup.
Now, you don't need any makeup, Gwen. You're beautiful as you are.
Thank you.
Well done, Father. You've made Gwen feel terrible.
I did?
You made her suspicious of Teresa. She feels threatened by her, and for no good reason. Teresa has no more interest in me than I in her.
Gwen's right, you are naive. Listen, my boy. Gwen is a woman of the world. She understands these things as any woman worth her salt understands them.
No, I don't think she does, Father. She's in love with me, and she needs to feel she can trust me.
Oh, come, Ethan. She won't admit it to you. But I guarantee she'd much rather you had your little fling now before you're married and get it out of your system, so to speak. Although I'm not sure it's ever really out of one's system.
I'm not interested in having a little fling. I love Gwen. She's the only woman I want to sleep with. Is that such a hard concept for you to grasp?
Yes, that's your mantra and you're sticking to it. That's fine. Just don't come to me when you're married and settle down and start having regrets about what might have been.
You and I are completely different.
Look, you can fudge the truth all you want in front of Gwen. Just don't lie to your old man. Admit it. At some point last night, on some level, you want to take Teresa to bed.